Oh. Hey, we got to move on to something else because they're reminding us to ask you about the foster thing.
Oh, shit.
Robert Kelly just kind of out of nowhere. We've known the guy for years.
He was a foster child.
You don't know this either?
You know I was in foster homes.
Oh, okay. I thought he was adopting a foster child or something. Okay, yeah, I know Bob.
Oh my God!
You thought I was adopting a kid?
Bobby's really one of the true white boys I know that has has problems. See, there's the thing about it's really a philosophy I have about him and certain white guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Certain white guys, because if you're white in this world and you're not successful, it's really suffering. It's a lot of suffering involved with not being a successful white guy.
Yeah, it's expected
when you're expected.
Yeah.
We're still talking about me, right?
Yeah, you. So there's some white boys who are really David Banner trying to be the Hulk, and there's some white boys who are the Hulk trying to be David Banner.
Right.
And Bobby is the Hulk. He's always angry, and he's always destructive, and he's always evil, but he tries to walk around with this phony, accepting smile of society. He doesn't realize people react to him like a nigga or a Puerto Rican. They don't, he's uncomfortable. Look at him fidgeting.
Oh.
That background noise is him tapping the thing because Bobby tries to be this patient. He's an evil
My eyes
dude.
are turning green right now.
He's just like that.
Don't
like,
make Bobby angry.
like
his Sonics jersey.
It's the color of the Sonics jersey.
Yeah.
He can't fit it no more, but after the show, he's going to come and go, dude, what was that?
I'm not, dude.
He's going to drill
You said this to me 100 times.
Until he accepts that he's not a true white guy, he's not accepted in the white community.
That's his advice to me all the time.
He needs to stop. Look at Bobby. He's chubby, bald. He used to be sexy, like he used to be the sexy kid, but now he's Professor Tura Tanaka, and he refuses to accept it. So stop trying to be a white boy, King Kong Bundy. And
so what's up with this foster thing? We were talking about extreme home makeover shows and stuff, and how that's really bad for the family because after the crews leave, these beautiful houses are now in the middle of the ghetto, and we're thinking, the neighborhood swallows up these homes from the poor people. Whoa.
He called me a fucking nigga.
I've been telling you that for years, though, Bobby. It's not new.
So we're talking about this foster family or something, and out of nowhere he blurts out that he was a foster kid.
Yeah,
but everybody knows that, though.
I didn't know that. He certainly didn't want to let us know that.
I just, after you go out of juvie hall, they put you in foster homes. And they're just, the foster parents are awesome. Really, they're fucking, they don't do it, most of them do it for the money. They do it to get extra cash.
Yeah, they do. They get
literally,
right?
I had mac and cheese every day or peanut butter and jelly. It wasn't like I got dinner. That's what I had. They did it for the extra cash because they have other kids, but they don't want to work.
What about the...
they have all these weird rules.
Did you hear that institutionalized speech right there? That poor guy. I love Bobby, man. That was just pain.
What about the love?
Yeah, was there any love going on?
Where was the love?
No.
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 This guy would make me go out. I would have to wake up in the morning, and he was a security guard, just a fat, bald, redhead dude. He'd make me go out of the house in the morning, in the winter, and just walk around because he liked to be home. He liked to walk around in his underwear.
Well, good.
So I'd walk around Lawrence, Mass, which is a dangerous neighborhood, and I'd have to just walk around.
No.
Lawrence is dangerous.
I didn't
the
say
Puerto
it.
Ricans.
I just want to make Anthony know that this story's horseshit, but
it's not horseshit.
I didn't want to let the fans know that Lawrence is not tough. I'm from your part of the
you're
country,
from
Bobby.
Roxbury, the worst part of Boston. But there's a middle ground between Roxbury
and Newton.
They had a riot in Lawrence.
Yeah, it was some type of immigrant thing. It's nothing but Guatemalans. They have
Puerto Rican.
They have Guatemalan town or whatever.
Puerto
Ricans. It's not Guatemalans. Puerto Ricans, you fucking
moron. El Salvadorians, I think they got up there.
Yeah.
Brazilians.
They're conquistadors.
Bobby is the meanest white boy I ever met because of that foster home thing. He has a lot of deep things going on, man.
How long were you in foster care, though? Like what age?
From 12.
People need this info for the Photoshop
11,
they're going to do with you.
11 to 15.
11 to 15.
And what happened before 11?
What?
What happened before you were 11?
I had a family. I told you. Do you listen?
Wait, you had a family. They gave
I lived
up
with
on
my
you
parents.
at 11?
Went to jail. When you can't just go home after juvie jail.
What do you do
got
at
in jail
11?
At 11?
What I do?
Oliver Twist.
You
What,
know
were
what?
picking
You know
pockets?
Holy-
Listen,
wait,
fellas,
I did
Opie really is a white guy. He does a lot of things that when somebody a criminal asks you what when he repeats your question,
Yeah, I
he
know.
does not want to share it. Who'd I kill?
But then that's my job to keep pushing. If he wants to come back tomorrow, he'll
Why'd
tell
I
us
rape
what he
her?
did.
What do you mean why'd I rape her? What rape her?
Why'd you rape her?
Why'd I rape her?
No,
Opie.
who did you rape? But I'll get to the bottom of this. You watch.
All right.
What did you do at 11? What did I do at 11? I just say it.
What I do? What do you mean?
Wait,
what did I
you went
do?
to jail at 11?
All right, Bob, what did they accuse you of
that
doing?
must have been
They
rough.
accused me of unarmed robbery, assault and battery, malicious destruction, trespassing, and breaking.
Wait. At
At 11?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, but it wasn't all that, dude. I wasn't a criminal. I wasn't a bad kid.
Armed robbery. What was it?
Unarmed.
Oh, unarmed.
That's strong arm robbery. That's worse than armed robbery.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
know all the goddamn.
You don't even need a weapon.
Unarmed robbery. That's
Yeah.
called strong
Yeah.
armed robbery
Wait,
without
Jesus.
a gun.
So
Yeah.
you were
I'm just letting the fans know.
What are you doing,
Who did
dude?
you-
No, I'm just letting people know that that's
You called
worse.
me a fat chink. You called me a nigger, and now I'm strong arm robbery. You can't just let me have some fucking slack.
Who did you muscle? Who did you muscle at 11?
It was at what we did. It was.
Wait, you had a little gang at 11?
Well, I hung out with kids. You know, hang out in a park or something with a bunch of the
not
same kids.
strong arming people.
We went into a pizza store, and
Yeah.
he went in the back. It was a kid. One of the cooks was actually a kid he beat up a week before. So we went back in the kitchen. He says, "Listen."
At 11?
He said,
That's what I can't get past.
he goes, "You want to go out there, take the money. You say it was 3 black guys who did it. No offense, but
Hey,
Yeah.
none taken.
Yeah, sure.
and whatever. You're gonna say that, but
Mandatory.
yeah, it's a mandatory thing.
It is a mandatory,
It just
sure.
comes out.
It's in the manual.
Especially if you live in Boston.
Yeah, I mean,
Blame
cool.
all crimes on black guys. What was that? Whatever.
Charles Stewart.
Charles
Yeah,
Stewart.
I
Yeah.
was there. I was there. They frisked the entire state of Massachusetts. Where was you yesterday, nigga? I was on the moon. No, you wasn't. You killed a white woman.
I was playing for the Celtics. No, you wasn't, motherfucker.
No, you wasn't.
Just for the rest of the country. What's,
Oh, shit.
rest of the country. What's the story again? She was
He
pregnant.
was a white boy, pregnant. His wife was pregnant. He
Yeah.
shot her in the head,
Right.
and then shot himself like in his lap or something.
Yeah.
And then said a nigga did it from Roxbury,
Right.
and they raped the entire
They really-
community.
They showed it on TV, just black dudes against
Oh,
a
for
brick
Boston,
wall.
that
And
was
that's when liberal white guys started because his brother got guilty.
Yeah.
He snitched on him, and he jumped off a bridge.
Jumped off the
And the
October.
same day he jumped off a bridge, my friend in high school jumped off a bridge. But that didn't make
Oh,
the
boy.
papers.
White guys always trying to copy each other.
So
We
anyway,
took a cab to the same bridge, and he said, right as he's pulling up to the toll, the guy just heard chkunk, and the door didn't shut. Thump, thump.
See what Bobby deals with? He's a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
He got rage in his eyes,
There's
man.
too much shit in your life.
I try
not
to
be
calm him down. I try to keep
angry.
him from dying, man.
so
He called me doll eyes.
he does like a doll's eyes. Yeah.
Lifeless eyes, black
Lifeless
eyes.
eyes.
Like a doll's eyes.
so
My eyelids make a click sound when they blink.
Who has black eyes? Bobby has black eyes.
You tip them over backwards,
Yeah,
they close.
With no pupils, Bobby can see in complete darkness.
walk us through this 11. Walk us through the thing.
Yeah, what happened with the crime?
Pizza joint. You're gonna beat up the cook, take the money.
We're gonna take the money, and what happened was the 2 guys let us do it. We were both drunk, but my friend went up
Drunk
to
at
the register.
11.
He didn't know how to do the buttons,
Yeah.
so I went up, pushed the button, grabbed the money. As we're running out, I tripped on the curb, landed on my pinky finger, brought it all the way over to my thumb.
man.
Oh, you
Laying
should
there.
have seen me, dude. I was fucking like, my pinky was over here.
Yeah. Okay.
And it didn't hurt. It just looked fucked up. You know what I mean? It didn't hurt yet. But the place that we actually robbed was owned by the mafia. They have a restaurant
Holy
that people
shit.
don't go to downstairs.
Uh-huh.
You really don't. There's a pizza place upstairs, but there's a little stairwell. You go down. It's like maybe 10 seats, maybe 10 tables. And I was actually in my friend Frankie's house, watching TV, just hanging out, smoking dope, eating some Tyson chicken. The door was
No
open.
offense.
No offense. The cops just came upstairs. The door was open. Came up, grabbed Frankie, grabbed him. It was like a Twilight Zone episode. Grabbed him, just took him out Took him away.
Oh,
And I'm sitting in his house. His mother comes out. Where's my son? And I was like, the cops just came, took him. And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't know. I was fucking stoned. I'm down the park later that night. The guy pulls up to me, the cop. He goes, what's your name? I was like, Robert Kelly. He goes, there's a warrant for you. I don't know where. I guess the warrant got lost. I think my mother knew one of the cops, and he kind of hid the fucking thing. But this other dick was like, I'm going back to find it. He goes, and if you're lucky, I'll pick you up because you're an idiot because the people that the pizza store you own, they're looking for you too. Because they wanted to break my fucking leg.
Ah, yeah.
This is called a Lawrence tale.
Oh, is it?
Just Chaz Palminteri came up and grabbed
Would you rather be feared or loved, Patrice?
And it's absolutely true. Bobby tells me all these goofy stories, but I can't believe you share them on the radio because it makes me swear to God not to tell anybody all the time. And I don't. And now you're telling everybody. Why do I have to keep my big mouth shut?
Really? You don't just at 11.
Bobby was a strong-arm robber.
I told you I would get it out of him.
Yeah, but you make it sound a lot. Unarmed robbery sounds
No.
nicer.
Robbery is. Listen, tell you something. I know.
I don't like the word strong arm.
I've heard about different charges.
Right.
What?
Robbery is as bad as you can get. Robbery is you taking something from a person. Armed robbery is bad, but strong arm robbery is almost worse. It's worse.
Yeah.
Like mayhem is worse than. Worse than like second degree murder. Mayhem.
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 The chick in the pizza store.
Worse than murder.
Mayhem is when you purposely don't try to kill somebody, you purposely try to maim somebody.
Yeah.
So you try to remove a limb or do something bad so that they don't look the same way anymore. Mm-hmm. That's worse than certain degrees of murder. Yeah.
Wow.
So walk us through it. So now what? You're arrested.
So I went back.
Look at old folks gonna get this.
No, they didn't get me.
Good story though.
Couldn't get me. He says I'm gonna be. You want to not go to jail tonight? Get off the streets. I'm an idiot. I went out. Me and my friend got a pint of Irish peppermint schnapps or whatever the fuck it is, and I went down to get some weed. I was tanked. All of a sudden, this cop car pulls up. My mother's in the back seat. It's like in slow mo. She's like, "Come here, motherfucker." And I don't know what happened. I just walked into the car because your mother calls you. There's that little thing. There's something in your head that just goes. And I got in. I went to jail that night, and that was it. The next day, my bail was $10. The judge was my first thing. $10. They reduced it from $10,000 to $10, and she wouldn't fucking pay it.
Isn't it 10% cash? So for like $1 you get out.
She wouldn't pay $10. She wouldn't pay nothing. Nope.
So you sat in jail.
I went to fucking juvie jail.
$10, but they wouldn't let you out on your own reconnaissance?
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Juvenile. Nope. If my mother didn't want to take me, she said to the judge, she goes, if you give him to me, you'll be picking him up in a body bag.
Jeez.
She was like ruthless.
And you gotta understand, Bobby's mother was still in high school at the time.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. I'm joking, Bob.
You inadvertently called my mother a whore.
Sorry, Bobby.
So
what's wrong with you?
How long did you have to do?
Joking, Bob.
That was good though. I liked that. It was funny.
I know, but I gotta go against it. I can't really just laugh at my mother being a whore, a black guy from
But your mother
Roxbury.
was young, though, right, Bob?
Or it was that she was young
My
when
mother,
she had you.
my mother
all.
was 15 when she had my sister. She was
Holy
18 when she
shit.
had me. She really was drunk in a bush with a schlitz.
A goa. Nice.
So you did juvie for how long?
I think it was like 3.5. You go in for 4 months. I think it was 4 or 5 months in juvie, but you go.
And why was it scary? Like, walk us through it. I don't know.
All right, when you go way out. They have this place way out in the woods in Middleton. Okay, it's an old abandoned insane asylum.
I know about this place too.
Okay, you know about it.
Real?
Yeah.
It's real.
Middle of nowhere. You walk in. There's a bunch of
and you're 11, right?
Yeah.
That's what I can't get past, by the way. But go ahead.
You walk in, handcuffs from the court. And they have the real prisoners in the back. They have a little bench in the front of the van with a screen, and they're talking to you the whole time. You little bitch, I'd fuck you right in the ass.
Oh, boy.
I'd get you. Look at your lips. You got little sweet lips. They're both the same size. I like that, you know. They're talking to you the whole way.
Oh, boy.
So you get up there, and then they take you out. You're in shackles. They take you in. You have to shower, like they clean you, which is the first time I ever. Ooh. I've never been naked with another dude in the room. And I didn't even have peach fuzz.
Well, you wasn't even old enough to be a dude yet.
Yeah, but I'm next to dudes with fucking schlongs and hair.
You're like 2 years removed from
right.
like being pedophiled. Like, right? Is that what's that? How old are you gay? And what's the gay and pedophilia?
When you grow pubes. Pubes.
Like, is 11 pedophilia? If you.
Oh yeah, I would say
I
so.
think it all
Or is it gay?
I think it's all gay and all pedophilia.
All gay pedophilia.
Well, that dude. I don't know if there's a line.
Yeah. No cutoff.
We're talking about technicalities.
Well, I'm
Hey, you know so much about the law.
I'm just saying to you.
Dirtball.
I'm saying it's like,
Really?
if something had happened to him, would that have been, is he old enough to have been a dude? Having that
Absolutely
happen
not.
to a dude.
No
like,
hair?
Where you tell the story, it's like, yo, they got me when I was 11. It's like, oh, you fag. Or is it like, oh, jeez, man.
Yeah, poor
You was
kid.
pedophile. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, what?
It would have been pedophile.
You're not a fag if they pin you down.
They hold you down.
All right, go ahead, Robert. So they shower you, and people are taking a look at you.
Oh,
So no, you shower in front of
Taunting.
people. Then you have to go into another room with another creepy dude, who wants to help kids.
Yeah.
But you've been single your whole life. You live in a one-bedroom and you're 42. Okay. Yeah, you just want to help kids. And then you have to take all your clothes off. You have to bend over, do 5 jumping jacks. And it's like
why is that?
So
because you
Check for
might
stuff.
maybe
you
stuff
might
will fall out.
You might be
Fall out your
smuggling, like 8 grams of heroin in your asshole. But I'm 11.
Check
I gotta know how to tie a knot that tight.
Well, a lot of people
Smuggling
did, though.
Pop rocks up his ass.
Well, what they do is then they put
nothing.
you into this big.
That's a kid thing.
Yeah, guys, check it out.
Think.
I got pop rocks.
And then you fucking jumped on that train wreck?
Nice talking to you. Give me one. Too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then you go into this. They just stick you in a room with a bunch of other kids, and you sit there all day, and you wait till 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and then they go Robert Kelly, and you come over. They handcuff you, shackle you, and then tell you where you're going. And then they take you in the middle of the night to some lockdown facility. But you slowly graduate out of shitty, a little less shitty, to like some place that you can go out and have picnics in the afternoon, and then you go from there to a foster home.
And this had to be in the mid to early 80s, so this
Yeah.
was before rights. So guards and stuff. Bobby was abused.
Oh, yeah, something
No, I've
happened.
never. You know what?
Something happened.
I was in one place. It was this place in Halifax, Mass, way out in the middle of the cranberry fields.
No, this is Halifax now. So she went from Middleton to Halifax.
Yeah.
And the further out, now Halifax, if you're not from Massachusetts, is like never heard of it.
Right.
It's the further you go out in certain places, the more they do bad things.
Yeah.
This place was bad. It was one road into the place. I had a broken nose when I went in there, and as soon as I got in there, I got my nose broken again. And the whole place was run by this little tiny black dude. They called him the Godfather, and all the other, I don't know why all the other dudes, but they went at it one day. Every white kid was getting it. Was one white kid. He was bouncing the ball. They had like a little tiny rim, only 5. Everybody can dunk it. They used to play New York ball, and this kid was over in the corner just bouncing a ball, and all of a sudden you just heard, "Yo, homeboy." And the kid turned around like happy, like they were going to ask him to play.
Oh, boy.
5
no, you don't wanna play.
basketballs just went right into his face.
And you hear what Bobby's saying here. People that just don't get this. This is what people. I'm really happy you're saying this finally.
Yeah.
Because 2 things. One, Bobby played New York basketball with a bunch of black dudes in prison. Now, you know what New York 21 is. It's everybody for himself. So it's like football playing basketball. So he played that with them.
Yeah, I got an elbow in the face.
Secondly, this is to these comedians out here, right, that feel protected because we're all comedy people. Bobby is really like a second from like killing somebody. And I know this because I get that too. Like a lot of these little skin, like Greg Rogel. You know Greg Rogel?
Yeah.
Little scrawny Jew kid.
Yeah.
He walks around like with this fire. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're such a fiery whoo." It's like, do you know I'll squeeze your face off? Do you understand? but the fact is that we're in the same business, so I can't. What's protecting him from getting, is the fact that we're in this business. So it's just like people think that Bob's just a lot of. I know Bobby for years, and we didn't like each other when we first met because we were
I
both
liked
like that.
you.
No, you didn't.
Jesus
We were both like these alpha male dudes, and I found out Bobby's is really this dude, man, and he keeps from. I mean, I have to walk him through life a lot. Every day. I have to walk him through, like, not killing somebody, not doing something. Dude. And it's just like, and I know this. This is, Bobby got a lot of rage.
You tell him I was smoking
dudes.
a cigarette that I wasn't blowing you?
Oh, not. Oh, sorry about
I'm not going to know what that sound effect was.
But if you know Bob, he's chain smoking. Dude, he's a real, he's a real case that comedy is saving lives. For real.
You know what, dude? I'm happy.
I know, because you know me.
So then you went into foster homes?
I'd like to be able to tell you that Bob Kelly was able to hold off those boys.
But that's not real life. The sisters got him.
Any man would give into a phone book and a baseball bat to the back.
In Halifax, Bobby was here. Just singing. Piss break balls.
Tell us the story of how you got your buddy's beers for doing the roof work. Doing the taxes.
By the way, to interrupt real fast, Peter Brady and his lovely, lovely young girlfriend, the pictures are now up on opieandanthony.com to check out. And you can check out what she was wearing, which was just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So then your parents gave up on you?
Yeah, they were like,
after you got arrested at 11, they just said that's it.
They went. My mother went in. All of my friends got bailed out. My mother went into the judge's chambers with me, took all my paraphernalia, my pot, my bongs, everything that I had hidden, put it on the desk. She went, "What do I do?" He said, "Let him go. Just let him go through the system."
Oh.
And there you go. And that's what she did. She just said, "Fuck it."
I hope you didn't put it like that when you were sitting there. What did we do? Let him go. Oh, I'm going?
But then
no, through the system.
And then you finally get out. Aren't you assuming you're going to go back with your parents?
I didn't want to go. No, I thought first of all, I'll tell you why. The first foster home I went to was in Lynn. It was this older couple. They smoked weed, okay? And the next door neighbor, their friends, the lady used to fucking fuck with me.
Really?
And her boyfriend used to get me high. So he'd take me out to get high and say, "Don't tell my girl." She'd take me over there.
Lynn was the white ghetto in
fucking blow me. And so, and then I'd hang out with my parents and smoke butts and get stoned. And they loved wrestling. They were in the WWF back then, so it was unbelievable.
You're fucked up.
Now you telling me comedy doesn't help heal lives? Imagine if Bobby's just a regular square walking around,
working a 9 to 5,
not being able to talk about this and be funny about
cubicle.
But most of them suck, though.
Construction.
Like you go,
he'd be a guy that just comes on the job site and kills like 3 people. You see it on the news.
So you still talk to your mom?
Oh yeah, me and my mom are friends now.
Just friends though, like there's no like.
Oh yeah, no. I'm back with my family now. I got a big Irish Catholic family. What happened was
when did you finally get back? It seems like it took many, many years.
Yeah. Probably when I was like 20.
Look how uncomfortable you're fucking making him.
But as you get older, Anthony, though, you start to, because I thought I was abused growing up by my mother. I thought, my mother was 21 when she had me, So she's a kid. Like when I talk to 21-year-olds, I'm like, young, delicious,
Imagine that trying to raise you.
So I'm by herself. So you realize when you get older, you
that went without saying, by the way.
Jesus. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Jesus.
You
do make it perfectly clear. It was by herself.
Really prolific.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that in your Dear Patrice?
There's a possibility that my father could have been around. Jesus Christ. There was a slight chance I had a dad.
Sometimes.
So I'm just saying,
and then we'd be calling the Guinness Book of World Records saying we found one.
No offense.
It's a possibility.
Sure it is.
Sure it is. All right.
Give me a break. I'm not trying to be redundant here.
The guy some slack.
All right. Jesus.
I'm just saying, after you turn 30, you realize that you don't blame your parents for what they did. You realize, you know what I mean? So I'm sure I bet you at 25 he loved his mom.
Yeah. How old was your mom when you were doing this jail stuff?
16, 17.
She was like 29.
11, so
29.
Yeah,
right?
she was a young. Yeah.
All right, so still in her 20s, maybe late 20s. Yeah, that's no bullshit to have to deal with.
She was, you know what? I would go down to admire. Yeah. This is before I started getting into trouble. I'd be like, "Mom, I need help with my homework." She'd open the book for 2 seconds, and she'd be like, "I fucking hated this shit." I don't know. Go ask your sister.
And you used to look at it like mommy. But they're young. When I talk to a 25-year-old, I'm like, "You're gonna get it." Delicious. She was a mommy.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 30. I'm 35. 30 years old is like,
you ever bang a chick?
I got this one.
You ever bang a chick with a kid?
That's all my girls got kids. I don't know a girl without a kid.
Again? Why the fuck are you even?
Because she has to go. She has to get up and leave.
She's gotta go. She's gotta go wake her, take her kid to school.
Well, just finishing up though. So then it was juvie, foster homes, and then on your own at 18. I'm assuming then, right? And then finally you were free?
Actually, I went back to my. The last time I went back to my parents' house, I had to leave because I couldn't deal. Moved in with one foster father till I was legally able to move out, and as soon as I moved into a house with 6 retards.
And here's where I'm getting. How did you find comedy through all this?
Through that.
Through that,
you had to
dude.
be funny being raped.
When was the last time you saw a happy family dude that has money and lives in Connecticut that went, I want
some fucked up thing.
Not all.
Not go into comedy.
The ones that have any, like, some power to their comedy certainly do.
It was only, I mean,
99% of comics.
I tell you what, in juvie jail, the thing that got me through, honestly, like I remember the day all these black kids came into my room, and they all surrounded me, and they ghosted me. They were ignoring me. Like they sat right on my bed. 2 of them up here, and I was just lying there like this, and they were ghosting me, like talking about white dudes and blah blah blah. And,
Jesus!
And I was just sitting there reading my little fucking whatever book.
Yeah, right.
And I go, they go, yo, they said something about homeboys or white boys. They go, you a homeboy, you a white boy. And I said something like, I'm a homeboy, sir. Some shit, just kidding.
No.
And there was silence for like a fucking second, like I fucked up, and they went, man, you a funny motherfucker, and I was fine.
There you go.
And that's where I learned how to be funny, man.
But Bobby, listen, this is the thing we talk about. Another thing, Bob.
Oh, shit.
Secrets.
Can we have some of your secrets today?
I got a lot of secrets that that everybody knows.
Like one.
Dude, we had a great segment with him.
Are you joking me, man?
I know, right?
You know I share all my problems,
glass
dude.
dildos and everything. We got deep with him, man.
Yeah,
we walked away going, there is really something wrong with me.
There's a problem.
We got into his head one time on this show.
We want Bob to talk about this. Thank you, Opie, for letting him do this. Because he wants to talk about cheese and Slinkies on stage, and because he's too scared to open up. You don't think it's going to be funny.
I talk about that shit
genius.
now. I talk about fat stuff.
I thought it was really interesting.
It's
I didn't mean
genius.
to throw you on.
Genius. Marshmallow yellow.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got to take a break. It's been a while. Let's take a break. Anthony, we got the Laszlo Steve thing they put together for our first anniversary here at XM Satellite Radio. You didn't congratulate us.
Oh, it's been a year. October, that's right. God bless you.
We made a year. No one thought we'd make a year. We made a year.
Yes, we did think you was going to make it. Are you still mad? Opie is really is John Wayne of this.
No. I'm a different person. I'm not
mad.
Are
you really?
Yeah,
I remember the first
mad.
time I came up here, it was just like, you mother.
We were very
bitches.
Patrice, we were really bitter because we listened to the audio recently. Whatever. It's
that's right, but I'm glad, man.
Never got
October,
baby. He's got the chick. He's got the cash. He's got a restaurant now.
I bought a restaurant.
What?
He bought a restaurant in Boston. He's a restaurateur.
I go out to eat a lot, so I figure I knew something about the restaurant.
Italian?
We don't
know.
He
doesn't know yet. He doesn't know.
No, my brother's figuring it all out. No, we got a couple weeks.
Where is it?
Huntington.
In Huntington.
What are you investing your money in, other white guy?
The bank. I just bank it.
That's right.
That's what I do. Occasionally, I take a little out and invest in Atlantic City, Mohegan, Vegas.
You have a house, though, right?
But,
no, we don't have houses.
No, I'm looking.
Yet.
You didn't buy a house?
I'm looking. I can't find one. Mint plus condition. You walk in, and it's like, maybe 1976.
You got a girl again?
Yeah. She's in the office right now.
You too? Oh, you still with her?
I'm still with the same girl.
Anthony.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people get mad. They call up every day. You're not as angry anymore. Well,
you get a little.
There's nothing to be angry about right now. Give me a break.
Yeah,
I just had to write my angry check last night, but.
What's an angry check?
That's my angry check that I have to write to the same girl every 3 months.
Are you ex-wife?
Are your fans getting older now? You guys, your fans are 35 now.
Yes, they're all with pipes and reading the Wall Street
but how
Journal.
old are your fans now? I mean, we know the psychos, but
we got about 22,000 fans now.
You said 22,000? 22,346 fans?
We know each one.
Now, this
personally.
thing is it really is just blowing up. It's getting pretty cool.
I thought it was like 600,000.
Probably more than that.
I saw 3.7 million sitting outside.
Well, no, that's up to 5.
Oh, jeez.
That's an old sign. We gotta, like the McDonald's thing, we gotta change that number.
Wow, the old stripper gave me bad numbers.
No, XM is up to 5 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And then they made a huge deal with DirecTV, so things are
Old
just fine.
stripper? What did you call it?
Oh, okay. Thanks, Ben. Patrice Love Advice. If you leave without us getting into this column that you...
oh, man, was that good.
Yeah, we'll do that next. Sandy Kane is driving everyone crazy. Do you want her in? I don't know. We'll figure out the Sandy Kane mess, and we got to talk. We got to do the Donald Sutherland audio before we get out of here.
got that
can't
audio?
see
Him crying.
Yeah,
I
weeping.
can't look
This
at
show is
Sandy
so
Kane.
stupid. We do 4 hours every day, right? 3.5 hours we just BS our brains away, and then the last half hour we try to squeeze in
get
real
the stuff
radio.
we wrote down as show prep.
But Laszlo and Steve put this together for our first anniversary. It's really, really Master Poe or something like that. As part of the auction we did for the victims of Hurricane Katrina.
Really?
Once again, I want to thank all the fans. We raised well over $50,000 in the end. That's pretty damn cool. We're going to have to get like a graphic up on opieandanthony.com or something. And the Peter Brady pictures with his really hot piece of ass young girlfriend are up on the website as well.
Can
Yes,
I just say thank you
Patrice?
for the Liberator? Oh, appreciate the Liberator.
You got a
Oh.
Liberator?
Thank you for the Liberator.
Oh, wow, nice.
What's
And
a
I have
Liberator?
no room for it. I'm going to put it in the kitchen.
That's what you have sex on.
Wait, you're
It's like a
taking one
wedge.
home or you got one?
I'm
It's like a
taking
little
one- I'm
couch
taking
thing.
one home, man.
One shaped like a wedge, one shaped
There's
like
a Liberator
pillow.
right there. It's
Yeah.
a couch made for sex positions.
Just for
Yes,
sex.
yes.
They started with a cute little cheese wedge, and now they're getting out of hand with these designs, actually.
Oh, great. Oh, we're going to have fun. We are going
You're really going to bring one home? Yeah, you're a perv, though. Do you have a swing?
I have a swing.
You did tell us you have some kind of sex swing, right?
You have a sex swing?
Yeah.
How many pounds of pressure does it hold?
I had to buy a
A hydraulic
well,
swing?
I don't get in it, Pumpkin. I don't get in it.
He called me
He's
pumpkin.
using the same shit they use on the Verrazano Bridge.
I don't get in it.
He's gonna turn it on.
But it
and
holds
put
300
oil
pounds.
in
It holds
gas.
300 pounds. It's great. Oh.
Sounds like the end of the Terminator.
Gotta keep my sex life going, man. You know, I gotta go until I can't go no more, dude.
I know.
What, do you
dude, I
just get
respect
bored
it.
with the same old thing and you gotta, like,
Well,
think up some new shit?
My girl is getting to be, like, I have, the best thing is, like, my girl's a hoe, but she was not, I'm creative,
Uh-huh.
and she's a hoe, and I've just constantly been bringing
New shit to the
and-
table,
and
right.
now she's insatiable, which is
Wow.
why I have to swing now. And not to swing
That
in my
makes
house.
perfect sense.
I have to go and get her extra.
What do you do with the swing? I don't get it.
She sits in it,
Sits in it, and it is just, it exposes the entire
Yeah, okay.
area.
and then
No,
you
I
get
get
under
that.
it. You could spin her around,
Oh,
right?
It's delicious.
Does it have like a bungee cord, Lisa?
They have a bungee cord one.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so, you know.
Where do you
dangerous.
put it? Does it go hang from
In the
something? What is it?
vagina.
Not his penis, Opie. I know that. Wah, wah. In the fucking.
It's pretty despicable, man, but, you know.
I don't like anything, like you talk about the bungee thing, or I don't like anything but me controlling the in-out kind of motion, because I've seen too many pornos where the chick is going wild on the guy and the dick bends.
Yeah.
You ever see the dick bend?
You can break your
Looks like
dick.
you're kinking a hose for a split second.
Yeah, but now it has a curve in it. You got to, Anthony.
To the left?
You know, you gotta step up the filth, man. You gotta be a piece of crap.
Yeah, but the bungee thing like that, taking control of the in-out, that could injure you.
You
I don't
can
like
break.
the
You
injury.
can break your dick.
Yeah, and
Really?
You're
you
clear
can,
of that.
You can actually
Really?
break your dick.
Yeah.
Seriously, and it won't fill up.
Really?
Honest to God, I've read
Dude,
about
we
it.
all know you can break your dick.
Oh,
Snap
all
it.
right. I really am talking like I'm
Like
I'm
a-
breaking news
Yeah,
right
we
now.
we own them. You know.
And Bob
right.
is reformed. Bob's reformed. I think I'm the only one left. The only piece of filth left.
No, Norton.
He's-
Norton's a piece
Hey,
of shit.
Yeah, but
Speaking
you know.
of
Yeah.
filth, Patrice had a Dear Patrice column.
I love this.
What magazine is this?
The comical, I think, but
Thecomical.com.
For some reason, people have been seeing it in other papers and stuff.
So this is a regular feature you're doing?
Yeah.
It looks like it because you could write to Patrice, Dear Patrice at thecomical.com. The first question, Dear Patrice, I'm a 23-year-old girl dating a 59-year-old man. We get along really well, and the relationship is very strong. I've dated other guys, but he's the best boyfriend I've ever had. The best thing is that, because of his age, he doesn't play games. If the relationship is so strong, why am I embarrassed to tell my friends and family? You want to read the Patrice part, Anthony?
I love this, man. Because you're a gold-digging piece of shit. But I love you for that. I like how you gave her props.
I'm a nude.
I always tell women.
She's a gold digger.
I always tell women, while you're young and pretty, get rid of your dignity while you still have it. Now, that makes perfect sense. 50-year-old women have to have dignity. It's forced upon them. When you're 23 years old, hot, you can fuck a 59-year-old man and get some money for it. Show something for the pussy that people want. Now people would read this and think, oh, that's harsh.
Well, no, it's like I don't understand why women don't make millions off their pussy and then do the college and the I'm a better myself thing when no one wants to fuck them.
Right. Do it.
But then you want to fuck and no one wants you, and now you want to all the time. Give me, and you go, yeah, it's been a pleasure. Why don't you go to college?
Do what you can do. Be a kept woman.
I think
and tell yourself anything, but let's be honest, you're a hoe.
You can tell yourself anything. You can be like, oh, I love him. Like Peter Brady's girl. It's like, he's the poopy too. But it's like, you know what? You're enamored with his Peter Brady-ness. Be honest, ho.
You are what you are. Stop looking to be absolved. Accept what you're doing.